All right, welcome everybody, and let's just get into our stance. Get your feet grounded. Make a nice connection with the floor. Begin to get into our deep abdominal breathing. Breathing in and out through the nose. The back nice and straight and erect. Head up. Shoulders slightly back. Chest open. Tongue on the roof of the mouth. Starting to sense that connection between the energy in the earth through your feet and the energy up in the sky and the heavens above through the crown of your head. Nature all around us. Breathing deeply. Settling the mind. Coming into the moment. Getting rid of all extraneous thoughts so that we can take advantage of this time together and these movements and exercises and get some healthy healthy chi flowing. Raise our arms up and begin rotating from side to side, opening up the spine. Lifting your trailing ankle, getting a little more stretch. Maybe opening the spine a little bit more rotation with each turn. Going at a nice, easy pace for yourself. Breathing. Relaxing the elbows, trying to relax the shoulders, relax your face. Lowering the hands to hip level, drawing your fingers across the surface of some nice warm water. Leading this motion with your dantian and your hips, the rest of your body, your arms, your hands, and your fingertips, following that motion. Breathing deeply, bringing our mind to focus on the motion, bringing energy into our lower abdomen, our dantian. We can anchor our feet and move into flop. Just again, this motion emanates from your core, And your arms are loose, elbows are loose. Your hands are just allowed to bring themselves up to your lower abdomen and your lower back, gently stimulating those areas, allowing the chi to flow freely, loosening up those muscles. Maybe sinking your weight a little bit on each swing, bringing some engagement into your legs. And bring the leading hand up to your chest. Stimulate your chest and lung and heart center. Breathing deeply, bringing energy into those areas. Envisioning with your mind the chi flowing to those areas we're stimulating. We can bring our hand up onto the neck and shoulders. Again, bring the focus to those areas. Start to loosen that up. Allow some good motion, freedom. Back to the chest. Lower abdomen. And unwind and come back to center. Come back to our Muji posture and just notice how your body feels. Notice where there are areas of tingling energy, any areas that were stiff. Just breathe and notice. Okay, we can shake that out. We can bring a little more energy in. We can just move into pump. Find a rhythm where you can generate rock on your toes and heels. Breathe coordinated with the movement. Breathing good energy into the whole body. Come back to center. Shake that out. We can do some hip circles. We can put our hands on our hips and we'll just imagine that we're standing in a nice big barrel and we're using our hips to just scrape the insides of that barrel. Loosening up our lower back and hips and upper legs and thighs and glutes. Getting a little bit of exercise in our ankles. Go loosening. can change our direction, get some in the other direction. Now we can do some more hip circling, but we'll make our back will bend over, bend forward, and kind of bring a circle around, and come up, get a little more action with our abs here. Kind of bend the whole upper torso around. And again, do this to the extent that you're able, to the extent that feels good. We don't want to be experiencing any pain, so make adjustments as needed. We can change directions. Do one more. Come back to center. Shake that out. Okay. Oh, let's move in to our ever popular horse stance exercises. So we'll begin by taking a wider stance with your legs. We'll bring our arms up into a T position, the palms facing down. Sink the weight a little bit, sink the weight. And breathe deeply, engaged in the thighs and the legs. And again, do this as you're able to. If you need to come out of the position, feel free. Breathing deeply. We'll move the palms up. Palms out, facing out. Bring the palms facing up over the head, pushing up to the heavens. Bringing some of that chi from the heavens down through the center of our palms and through our whole body. Make any micro adjustments with your stance or legs to try and make this as effortless as possible. And palms down, facing down toward the body, raining good, powerful chi energy through our whole body. Slowly lower the palms, lower the hands, straighten the legs up. Walk the feet in to a hip width stance. Bring our hands up, breathing in deeply. And exhaling as we bring our palms down the center line. Clearing and cleansing and distributing our chi and the energy we've just built up with those exercises. Shake that out. Okay, continue with our regular. We'll go to waking the dantian. And knocking on the door of life. Up and down the lower back. We can move into tapping, take our fingertips and tap at the base of the neck, the jade pillow. Bringing stimulating energy to the neck. We can move around to the ears, massage the ears, around the ears, the earlobes. Tap along the jaw, lower jaw, chin, corners of mouth, upper lip, cheekbones, top of the nose, under the eyes, corner of the eyes, eyebrows and forehead, stimulating all over that a wonderful and amazing head and skull, top of the head. Shake that out. Okay, we can tap on our hips. We can slap down the insides of our legs, down the feet, up the outsides, repeating that 3 times. Tapping on the hips, around those upper legs. Come up and work on one elbow, tapping, sensing, noticing, letting your body notice if there's any areas of kinky areas or hitchy areas or areas of pain. You might spend some more time in those areas. We'll go work on the other elbow. Come down the side, back up the side, down the inside of the arm, up the outside of the arm, repeating that 3 times. Tapping on the shoulder, all over the shoulder, across the chest. Breathing deeply, tapping on that other shoulder, coming down the side, repeating these motions on this side 3 times. Okay, we can work on our inner and outer gates just below the wrist here on either side. And try to envision good healing energy flowing from the energy that surrounds us into our immune systems. Breathing deeply. Switching sides. Okay. I thought we'd do today, like I put in the email, a few exercises that are affiliated with the water element, which happens to be the element associated with the season of winter. This is all part of the Chinese medicine calendar, of which I'm learning a little bit. And I gathered, or I borrowed heavily from the exercises of Mimi Kuo Deemer, who we've talked about before, and also Kenneth Cohen describes a number of these exercises. So we'll move into those next. And this water element is associated with the kidneys and the urinary bladder system, kind of water systems, water management systems in our body. And the first one we've done this, I've seen this under a variety of names. Mimi Kuo Deemer refers to this one as moving clouds. I've also just seen it referred to as rolling the ball. But we're going to start in our regular Muji posture, our hands up here, and I'm going to shift my weight over to my right leg a little bit and draw my left hand up over my up-facing right palm. So the palms are facing each other, as if you're holding a ball or as if you're holding a small cloud. And we're going to rotate over and bring that ball or cloud as we shift our weight to the left side. And then we're going to rotate it, kind of reversing the positions of our hands. And then we're just going to bring it back to the other side and rotate it there. We're just going to try to make this a seamless motion as we shift and rotate and bring that ball back and forth, and try to get into a routine or a pattern or a speed that works for you and that you can coordinate with your breathing. This is very much a kind of a flow exercise and very water-like, particularly with the cloud vision. Holding a nice little white puffy cloud. Breathing deeply. We'll do one more on each side. Me shifting to my right. Shifting to the left. Coming back to center. Let's finish these each with a little clearing. Just bring our arms up, inhaling, and exhaling down. The next exercise we've done before, we're going to call it pushing waves. We're just going to take a step 1 foot forward, The back foot at a 45-degree angle. We'll bring our hands up to hip level. We're just going to imagine shifting our weight forward. I'm raising my trailing heel here, as if you're pushing the surface of the water off to one direction. You can imagine it as trying to create a little wave on the surface of that water. And exhaling on the pushing out and inhaling, coming back. Try to envision as if you're creating a wave on that surface of that water. Breathing deeply. Doing one more on this side. Coming back to center. Extending the other leg out. We'll do the same motion on this side. Pushing the hands out, exhaling, inhaling on the return. Doing one more on this side. Coming back to center, shake that out. And now we'll move into several of the bear movements. And a bear, you can imagine a bear as being associated with winter, if you like. A bear hibernates and they can calm themselves to a great extent. They're also remarkably powerful and remarkably speedy when they choose to be. It's kind of a great, powerful vision to imagine ourselves taking on the qualities of a bear. So the first one is going to be, we're going to bring our arms up to 90 degrees, our hands facing forward, and we're just going to, our palms are going to be facing up to a certain extent, up to a certain extent. We're just going to rotate from one side to another. This is just known as bear turns. And we're anchoring our feet here, unlike our spinal warm-up exercise. We have our feet anchored. We're just getting a gentle rotation of the hips and waist here, and some engagement of the arms and hands. I used to live in Western Massachusetts, and I remember one time driving down the hill to work, and I passed a little tight little hairpin turn. And in the middle of that area that formed the hairpin was a utility pole. And one morning I was surprised to see a bear, black bear, standing right up, scratching his back like this on the back on that utility pole. That's an image you don't forget. Breathing, getting into a rhythm. Do one more turn to each side. Come back to center and lower the palms in a clearing. Bring the hands up one more time. Inhaling and exhaling, settling that chi and energy. The next one we'll do is bear pushes behind. We'll begin with our hands up in that similar position. As we rotate to one side, we're just going to lower that hand and push behind. Bring that forward. Then go to the other side, lowering that hand and pushing behind. Getting into a flow of breathing. You can imagine a strong force of the bear's paw and arm. Breathing deeply. Solid and engaged in the legs and the hips. Do one more cycle. Come back to center. Just clear those palms down. Shake that out. Now we can bring those palms, hands up again. And we'll do again with want your legs in a little bit wider than hip width stance. And we're gonna, this one is called bear pushes down with two hands. And we're gonna twist to one side. I'm shifting to my left. And we're gonna lower our hands and lower our weight as the bear pushes down. You can imagine some resistance in your palms. Bring those back up and back to center. Twist and lower to the right hand side. And lower, sink the weight. Being engaged in the hands and arms. Shifting, lowering, and sinking from side to side. Maybe exhaling down. Inhaling up and over. Exhaling over and down. Might help if your toes were pointed out a little bit. Breathing deeply. You can do one more cycle of this, one push on each side. Come back to center. Let's do a clearing on this one. Raise the hands, breathing in, exhaling, clearing down, settling the chi, noticing your body. The next two, we'll start with our hands, palms facing up. At least this one, palms facing up at hip level here. Hip width stance with the legs. Take a good deep breath. And this will be bear offering. We'll just twist to one side and just extend those palms as if you're offering something to someone. And palms in and shift over to the right, extending the palms. Back to center. Getting into a rhythm of breathing. I'm inhaling on the intake and exhaling on the extension. Might be a little bit difficult to envision a bear offering you anything, but imagine a bear offering its young a bit of salmon that it's just caught from a river. Again, this is an engaged, strong movement. You can imagine good, healthy energy flowing to your kidneys and your urinary bladder system. We've got engagement in our midsection here. Can do one more offering to each side. Come back to center. Do another clearing. Inhaling, exhaling. And our last bear movement here is just going to be bear push. Again, it's similar to what we've been doing. Let's bring our hands facing up this time. We'll just shift to one side and push with both hands out to that side. Come back, rotate to center, push off to the other side. Inhaling, exhaling. Inhaling, exhaling. Just find a speed and a rhythm that works for you. And again, if you're, listen to your body. This exercise, like any of these exercises, can be more energetic or less energetic, bigger or smaller, depending on how your body feels, how you feel, how different parts of your body feel. Just make adjustments. Engaged in the legs, the arms, and the chest. Imagine the strength of that bear. Do one more to each side. Come back to center. More of the hands. Finish with one last clearing. Big deep breath. Big exhale. Settling that powerful chi energy. Good. Good. Okay. Ah, that's the last of the bear exercises, but we have one more that I gathered from Mimi Quodemer, which I think we've done this with Tim before, and it's turning the flying wheel. We're just going to grab our hands as if we're holding on to a big wheel. We're going to start with our hands down low. We're just going to shift. I'm going to shift off to my right and swing those hands up and over, making a big circle, and down on the left side. Rotate the hands again and come across, kind of raising the weight a little bit as I move off to the right and up, and then down off to my left and back across, kind of lowering the weight. We'll do that a few times in each direction. Breathe however comes naturally to you. Again, with the water theme, maybe we can imagine a water wheel here. We're engaged really with our whole bodies here, but you can imagine good energy flowing to your kidney and urinary bladder systems. Do one more in this direction. When we get to the bottom, switch directions. Just making a big flying circle. Do one more. Back to center. Shake that out. Just pause and notice how your body feels. Might have some tweaks from that one. Your back. Okay, let's do some swan exercises. Let's work with our feet and our balance. With our feet maybe a little less than shoulder width apart, but let's just shift our weight to one side. I'm shifting to my right side, kind of angling my feet so they're resting on one side of my feet, getting a good stretch there. Shift over to the other side, shifting the weight, giving a good stretch in the feet and ankles. Just loosening those up. Side to side. Now we can go front and back, come up on your toes. Then try to go back on your heels, which I can never do. On your toes. Flex those ankles and feet in the forward and aft dimension. And again, this is good to work on our balance. Got to watch out for that winter ice. We can do the whole motion there, up on the toes, off to the right, back, over to the left, up on the toes. We'll rotate in one direction. And if you're feeling particularly spunky, try closing your eyes and doing this. When you come around to the front, we can switch directions. Toes and left and back and right for me. And come back to center. Shake that out. Shake those ankles out. Rotate those ankles. And before we move into the whole movement, we're going to loosen up our hip and leg. We're just going to shift the weight to one leg and allow the other one to just skid over the surface of the floor or the ground or the rug, whatever you're on. See if you can lead the motion with your toe. Open up that hip. And again, if you've got hip issues and this is painful in any way, don't do it. You know, make an adjustment. Plant the weight on that, on both feet, shake that out, shake out both sides. Then we'll shift the weight to the other leg and try and rotate that leg. Just allow it to swing like a pendulum, loosening up, opening up the hip, leading a motion with your toe, almost like a figure eight for me. Plant that leg, shake that out on both sides. Now we can do the whole motion where we'll kind of shift the weight to one side, swing the leg, raise the leg, plant the leg, and shift the weight. Deliberate motion. Good exercise for balance, the ankles and the feet, and the legs. One more on each side. Come back to center. Okay. Move into some flow exercises. Begin with just the fountain. And again, this one, we start in our regular Uji position. We're going to send our hands out to the sides, palms facing each other up to center, and just exploding like a fountain, and lowering the weight as we come down. Exhaling down, and out, inhaling up, and exhaling. Inhaling up, exhaling down. Just get into a speed and a rhythm that works for you. Another nice flowing movement. Do two more of these. Last one. Move into embrace the tiger, return to the mountain. There's a similar opening movement. Hands out, backs of the palms up the center, and we'll push straight out. Big circling motion around. And repeat that. So hands up. Exhale out. Inhale, gather. And exhale, sinking the weight down. Inhale. Exhale. Gather. Exhale, sinking the weight down. Do two more of these. Last one. Come back to center. And the earth flow. We'll finish up with that. Again, same opening movements. Sink down and out. Palms, backs of the palms, hands facing, coming up the center line, extend out. Gather all the way around and circle back, spiral back, and now we're going to plunge to the earth. We'll grab some of that earth energy, that earth chi, and make a ball, an energy ball. Bring that ball of chi, good healing energy up. Just allow that to flow down through the crown of the head and through your body, distributing and bringing chi to any part of the body that needs it. We'll do a little bit of a clearing, raise the palms up, the palms down to settle that chi and energy. And then repeat. Out, sinking the weight down. Inhale, exhale. Spiral the arms way back and down, gathering that earth chi, forming a ball. Lifting that ball up. Imagine that golden energy coming down through the crown of your head, down through your entire body. Raise the hands up, hands down. We'll do a couple more. Out, exhale, inhale. Palms are pushing out, spiraling back. Exhaling down to the earth. Gathering the earth energy, forming that chi ball. Golden light and energy flowing down through our bodies. Settling that good healing energy. Last time. Good. Oh, I see we're past time. We'll just move right into bamboo in the wind. Feet together, palms over the dantian. And just settle our energy. Think of all the positive energy we've received this week from our family and our friends and our community, and all the positive energy that we contain in our minds and our bodies, and what we can be grateful for, and happy for. And let us be able to bring that positive energy to ourselves and to our family and to our friends and neighbors. Thanks for coming. Hope you have a great weekend.
Thank you